Welcome, Bill. Good to see you again.
Good. Okay. This is going to be the fastest presentation that you're ever going to see in your life, because I want you to get your phones out and your laptops and so on, and for us to get some feedback. So normally I would be much slower than this, but let's see how we can get on. Let's see how much content we can cover in 5 minutes or so. So get your brain in gear. We're going to cover a lot of things, probably things we've already done. So we're going to cover GDPR, crypto, and the dark web. I won't get to showing you cocaine online, which is unfortunate. Maybe we could. But we'll see how we get on, and we'll see if we can get them. So I was going to call this the Great War, the next Great War, but I backed off. So I just changed all the slides to the next Great Challenge. Okay, doesn't make it quite as emotive. So the next Great Challenge. So we see this and we go, oh my goodness, that's going to happen. It's not when, it's if. And then we see that, okay, and we start to worry. We think, oh, this is fantastic. We're all protected, everything's great. And then you actually find out that a lot of people are still running XP. So that's good. And then people come out here and say, oh, those crypto people are evil. Why would these people want to protect citizens when we've got to protect society? So the next great war really is between us as individuals and the rights of others to protect society. That's not an easy thing to address. So here's my disclaimer. I'm not a professor of politics. I'm not a professor of defense studies, so don't ask me about tanks and bombs and killing people and things like that. I'm not a professor of economics. I'm not a politician. I'm a crypto professor. Okay, that's all I am. I'm a crypto professor. I care about crypto, and I really think it can make a difference to people's lives. So don't ask me about the politics of this. I'll do as good, and I'll independently assess. So I think this is the landscape for the next war, the next challenge. It's humans versus machines versus states. And they're all going to fight. They're all going to have a big fight. The legal industry, oh, have they got a big change coming? It's going to happen. Wet signatures, is that a crazy thing in these days compared to a crypto signature? You really think that signing a piece of paper, the last piece of paper on your proof of attorney, is a really great thing to do? I can't believe that. Public services, they have got to change. They've got to engage more commerce, as we've seen. Amazon now have a shop that you don't even need any checkouts. You just walk in. There's a big queue before you walk in. But you can walk out, and it happens. And nation states need to be looking at themselves and deciding, what is a nation these days? I'm a citizen of the world, and I'm proud of that. Politicians will say, you're a citizen of nothing, but I want to be a citizen of the world. So when it comes to machines, the cloud, devices, infrastructure, services, and then do we have a sovereign identity? Are you, and do you own your own identity? Or is it going to be an NHS number, or is it going to be an ID that could be used for spying, and so on, as many of the cloud providers currently do? And I think that crypto is the glue. Crypto is the answer. Crypto, by default, if it moves, if it rests, it's crypto. But here's a little disclaimer. It works, but then it doesn't. Okay? If you bring humans in, that's the problem. It works until it doesn't. So just because you've got crypto ticks in the box doesn't mean that it's actually correct. So then we have this come along, and this is the battlefield. This is where it's going to happen. This is where we're going to have to corral, and we're going to have to make sure that we tick the box. Encryption, 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 encryption. Tell your CEO it's got to be encrypted. Tell your CEO that there's pseudonymity, and he goes, what's that? And you go, I have no clue. Ask the EU. And this one here, we didn't do that. We didn't design it for people to have access to their systems. We designed it for ourselves. We're going to have to open up, and we're going to have to protect, respond, and investigate. It's a new landscape. It's a new battlefield. but that's the thing, the big stick that's going to happen. And then you get politicians saying, well, the laws of mathematics are quite good, but the laws of the country overrule that. And you go, that's a bit strange. How can you say that? At school, I learned that the laws of physics and laws of mathematics were the thing that worked, and laws and the legal system comes after. So Australia said that it's quite good, but really the laws of Australia override that. And then you get Amber Rudd, God bless her soul, saying that real people don't care about crypto. Correct. They're not going to attend one of my public key encryption methods, but they don't want to be hacked. They don't want to lose all the money. They don't want to lose their ID. And then, unfortunately, she apologized for mixing up hashtags and hashing. There is a kind of difference. Don't employ a graduate who mixes up hashtags and hashing. That's not a good idea. But then she actually admits that she doesn't actually know anything about it, but she knows it's evil, it's bad, you shouldn't be doing it, but we should. And then we get the CEO of Equifax saying, well, I don't know if it's encrypted. I need to phone a guy to tell me if it's encrypted. You go, you're serious? You get paid all that money every year and you're not encrypting your data, you're not asking the questions. And then we get good old Dido saying, well, I can't confirm if that is the most non-statement that you'll ever read. There is no information in that statement at all. I can't confirm, could be encrypted, couldn't be. I'm only the CEO of the company responsible for protecting data. Don't ask me, I have a tech team who does all that. So don't let the CEO get round you by saying, I don't know, you do it, it's your problem. They've got to stand in front of a presenter on Sky News and be interviewed, and it could be a car crash, and it could damage your company. And then this comes along, and then we decide that that isn't what we need for GDPR, and we're backing off. So where are we? Who knows? It's a strange time in this country. Is it an interesting time or not? And what you want to see here is this is going to be the next cyber warfare. Wow, isn't that fantastic? That's what it's going to be, cyborgs and stuff like that. No. The fight is going to be between society, humans, machines, and law. And they're all going to battle, and there's no cyborgs involved in there. There's GDPR, and that's about it. And I think crypto now needs to contribute to society. It's fixing the sticking plaster. Now it needs to do its business to help citizens. And our infrastructure needs to improve there too. It needs to become more resilient and so on. So our infrastructure, it's been estimated that a major attack will cost £500 billion to the UK economy. And people will have their lights out and people will die, the NHS won't work and so on. So that's pretty serious stuff. That's, to me, the #1 red line item. No power, no IT, no internet, no cloud, end of story. If you don't protect your power, you're stuffed. Okay? Many companies recently, that's happened. It happened in London. I think it was in Fulham. The smell of scented candles was unbelievable. You can tell there. It was overwhelming. And in the US, they reckon that many of the power stations are under attack, including a nuclear power station. That kind of worries me a little bit. Quite far away from it, but if it comes here, you've really got to worry for the future of the planet. Sorry to bring it down, the last speaker, for that. So that's in Kiev that's been talked about. It was a different type of malware that happened, a testing malware, not a real one, but testing, probing, finding out if it could be done. And it's a crash override. It loads up the 4 main control systems. It scans the network. It will load up a Siemens controlling system and take over. They went after this device. This device is the thing that stops the substation from melting. Melting. If an oversurge happens, you know, if you've seen it in your house, then fuses and things stop it from happening. This thing had the malware and it stopped. You needed a manual reboot, which isn't an easy thing in these types of places. So it went after the thing that stops the thing from melting. So you can see the damage that it would actually cause to our economy. Then you've got guys like these who will jump over the fence and cut wires and unlock things. If you have no physical security, you have nothing. You've got to make sure that it's there. So these guys just go around for fun and get in through social engineering, whatever they can, they'll get into the plan. So cyber warfare is a real thing, and it will decimate cities. It would bring London down in an instance. The traffic light control system, the air traffic control system, power system, in an instance, it would bring this infrastructure down. It happened in New York, the East Coast, and it happened in China. Complete chaos if the power system goes. So it's weak. It's a weak area. Dark web is probably one of the biggest challenges that the internet holds. So this is me surfing the dark web just for one instance. I didn't do anything else apart from this. So this is what the dark web looks like. It does exist, and you need, so there you go. I don't know if that's a good price for cocaine there. See what you think. But that's the kind of thing that you'll get on the dark web. As a technology, it's wonderful. If you were to create the internet again, you would create it as the Tor network because it's beautiful from a security point of view. Guns and so on. So it's a kind of place that's got a bad reputation, and it shouldn't. The tech itself is amazing, but this really worries a lot of people that this type of thing can happen on the internet. It's almost like, does it exist really? Well, what's the magic involved? Well, you download the Tor browser and you do it. And sometimes when you go to another country and you can't get connected to Skype, you do need it. So it's a kind of strange. It gets a bad rap, but it's not the tech itself that actually does it in there. And it happened that the cops took over the Tor network, or a bit of it, for a couple of days. Ethically and morally, you go, what's going on? So they did it. They took over the Hansa market, and they didn't post that for another 2 days, and they watched all the transactions happen. They lifted the servers from Lithuania and took them to the Netherlands, and they watched. So hopefully no one here logged in at that time, because you're on a big database, and you'll get a letter to say that you bought drugs, or worse than that. And this was the big one that they took down, and it was this guy. He committed suicide, unfortunately. He put his Hotmail account email address for every single registration on Alphabet. It's not the kind of thing that a cyber criminal can do, kind of negligent. So they were making so much money then. Right then, so get your phones out. That's enough of the lecture from the professor. Get your phones out, and let's see some love here. Go on, get your phones out. So it's menti.com. Get your phones out and your devices, menti.com. Get yourself set up, and we'll see where we stand. Is it working? Is it working? Anybody connected to menti.com? Get yourself on a browser and connect. And please let us see some. Click on these buttons there. Oh, we've got one. Go on. Let's have a cat. Oh, we've got some love there. That's good. Cats are doing well. That's good. Get yourself connected. You know, got your phone? Dodgy website. It's a dodgy website. It's all anonymized, I promise. I'm not using this data for anything, so you can see whatever you want. I won't use it. Okay, so we'll get a few more, and we'll be okay. Right, we're really rocking now. That's great. Okay, everybody registered? Are we ready to go? It's completely anonymized, I promise. You can see whatever you want. Okay, so hopefully you're all going to answer here. How do you think there's going to be a major cyber attack on the UK? Oh, oh dear. Can we have some over there? No, it's just not going to happen. Major. Well, almost certainly a major attack, say like power outage, big denial of service, big ransomware, brings down the NHS. Okay, so we're all pretty certain that it's going to happen, which is quite worrying. So how resilient do you think we are as a country? Highly resilient, medium resilience, or low resilience? So that's quite good because we're kind of medium. We don't think we're highly resistant, but there's probably a split between high and medium resilience. Nobody thinks that we're a really robust country. We are very dependent on our network infrastructure, especially on London. A small power outage in a little data centre in London caused the northwest to be out of the internet for a couple of days, I think it was. Okay, this is up to you. I have no influence in this. Who's going to be the biggest aggressor for cyber attacks? Okay, North Korea's doing quite well. Russia and the US are at it there. And here, we're not doing so well. So Russia is top. China and North Korea are coming in there. Israel, okay, sorry about that. I didn't. Well, let's just have a shout for Israel. Yeah. Go on, yeah, get it there. Okay, I think they'll be backing someone up, I'm fairly sure. So what do you think the attack is going to be? Ransomware, denial of service, data leak, critical national infrastructure, or terrorists? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? And I think mainly we think that our network infrastructure is going to crash. There, oh, it's shocking. A lot of money goes into. Oh, well, good, thanks. Good. Got one vote for terrorists. Good for you. That's right. Who voted for that one? Is it the law enforcement? Well done. You work in that area? You do? No. That's okay. Okay, so we think lots are going to happen, but probably it's going to be a critical national infrastructure. So do you think the Tor network is an evil infrastructure for criminals? Do you think it's just another network, or is it a place for privacy? Oh, ask security professionals. Oh, that's debatable. Oh my goodness. How enlightened are we as an audience? We need to go out there and evangelize and tell people that it isn't an evil network for criminals. Okay, we're getting there, right? Okay, we're going to have the quiz now. So if you could quickly put in what you use the Tor network for. Do you buy drugs, medication, anonymous browsing? Do you buy Viagra, meds, investigate criminals? Never use the Tor network. Good. So just let me do this next bit. Right then, so what to do is register yourself as a name. Don't use a swear word, but try and use something that would identify you. So get yourself registered, and we'll go and see who's the greatest cybersecurity professional in this room. Okay, there's no prize for it. A tutorial YouTube lecture on cryptography is the prize. It's not a great prize, is it? Okay, we're ready to go? Have you registered yourself? Here we go. Oops. Right, so we'll just start the countdown and we'll get ready to go. Okay, who recently tweeted and the value of cryptocurrency went up massively? Was it Kim Young, Tim Berners-Lee, Bill Gates, John McAfee, Michael Dell, or Donald Trump? Oh, Donald Trump is very popular. It was John McAfee. That character. He has so many guns in his cars. He's a strange character. So here we go. Here we go. We're looking, and it's Isaac is in the lead from there. It's good, and we've got a few others in there. So for the next one, are you ready? Here we go. So the next one. Yeah. Who's the current director of GCHQ? If you get this one wrong, then maybe you need to be watching. Who is it there? We just got a couple to go. who's the current director of GCHQ? Oh, it's not Robert. He used to be. It's Jeremy Fleming. Okay. Managed to catch you out there. Okay, nearly there. One more. Yeah. Last one. Last one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll do one last one. What's the crypto method that's used for signing signatures in a Bitcoin network? And it's the one that's taken over the world. It's elliptic curve. It's IoT ready. It's not like any other crypto method. So let's see who is a cybersecurity. This is it now. Turing did well there. And the winner is Turing. Who's that? Well done. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. So hopefully I've not scared you too much, but there are many risks for the future. Thank you.